Just remember, FPL is tough, but you are tougher. Hi guys, I'm FPL Nymphrya and welcome back to the home of FPL videos. You're joining me off of the back of a -8 madness that absolutely paid off. Let's take a look at how I got on in game week 9. Martinez was a bit of a surprise, but not in a good way this week. Just 1 point from him as he conceded 2 goals against Brighton and only made 1 save. It was almost definitely not his day. Come back to us soon, Martinez. We definitely need you. In defence, oh my defence, how glorious does this bundle of love look? Just take a look at it for a moment. Just marvel in its loveliness. Robertson, my hero. Okay, so I won't lie here. He almost got outed from my team this week. Whoops. Was getting a bit sick of saying to you guys how much I shouldn't be paying 7.1 million for no returns in 3 game weeks. But the Salah, Foden and Sace issues were definitely more pressing, thankfully, as that meant I had to keep the faith in Robertson, and he repaid me with 12 points from his 3 key passes, 2 big chances created, minutes played, assists, clean sheet and 3 bonus points. Chilwell continues to delight with his clean sheet and 1 BAP for 7 points towards my team total. And Sufal, I believe that's how we've been confirmed as saying it now, was the first of my players to come in on my -8 Bat Shizzle hit fest. Wow, try saying that again. He replaced Sace for me. A nervy watch, that Sheffield United West Ham match, but Sufal looked great. He eked out the clean sheet, and with 3 key passes and 5 crosses, he could have had even more points as he also had a shot on target. Pretty happy so far with that transfer. Let's see how it goes going forward. In midfield, Ziyech came in for the heavily rotated Foden in my hit fest. Despite Ziyech looking very impressive, setting up Werner for a goal that should have been, he could only manage 3 points towards my team total. I did consider J-Rod for this position also, which thankfully didn't punish me either, so I'm pretty happy, as although I'm a point down in this transaction, I am happy to see what Ziyech can do. He's definitely impressed me enough for a short stay in my team at least. Fernandez was my last and final change ahead of game week 9. Salah confirmed out, pushed me to the extra transfer, making the -8, as I definitely wasn't confident in my bench. KDB was a small consideration just for a tiny minute, but I was always likely to go Bruno. He's the one that I looked at most recently with that fixture and just thought I can't miss out on that. Now, I know all the mad debates on Twitter about whether Bruno deserved his penalty, if it should have been retaken, and if he should have conceded a penalty himself. You know what? That's football. It's FPL. I mean, Bruno definitely attracts more attention than some, it seems. And I wonder if we'd be discussing it quite as much if he wasn't the most transferred in this week and the most captained. I doubt it. Although, very easy for me to say on the right side of the coin, I will admit that. I'll definitely bank my 22 points quietly and just say thank you to the FPL gods that I got the rub of the grain this time, so thank you for that. Happy times. The Sunny 6 saved my butt this week. Last week he looked like the only way to Bruno or KDB, but I made the commitment to you guys that I was going to see this Sunny 6 through, and by oh by did it pay off this week. That goal got me 10 points and now leaves him with just 3 goals left to repay me. As others flooded to get him out this week, that was a nice surprise for me, so I'm very grateful that I stuck there. Grealish was my only real disappointment in midfield this week. I genuinely thought he'd romp against Brighton. Unfortunately, he just cut a frustrated figure, and that was definitely reflected in his yellow card and 1 point. Moving to my forwards, Kane was a mass sale this week. My other fires meant he stayed, and I'm happy to bank the assist and 4 points. That said, that offside goal from the Sunny assist could have made it a giant bonanza for me points wise, so I mean, come on lads. lads, pull your socks up. If I'd had no other fires to put out and the Newcastle pressers hadn't have sounded quite so positive for Wilson, then I may have taken a cheeky punt on Tammy Abraham this week, but I honestly thought Wilson would be back and playing some minutes at least. I did get to use my favourite gif, Wilson, but I've had him 2 game weeks now and I've had 2 points. Well, in fact, it'll be 1 point considering Lamperty will come in for him this week. Dear, oh dear, Wilson, what are you doing to me, man? Get back here and get me some points quick fast, man. I'm owed it. Calvert-Lewin continues to amaze me. I was so close to captaining, and as you can see, the vice-captain has pulled back a point, so that makes it 5-4 to the captain pick now. 13 points from his minutes played, brace, and 3 bonus points. That means these were my top scorers for Game Week 9. Robertson with that sensational pass for his assist, Bruno with his controversial penalty, and Calvert-Lewin with his general fabulousness. Thanks, lads. So with all of that, here are my points. Once Lamperty comes in, it'll be 78 all out. I made the right call to bench him initially. I would have started him if not for the hits. It was just unfortunate that Wilson wasn't ready to return from his injury, really. Not bad. I'm extremely happy with these points. My -8 actually banked me 31 points, so plus 23 points with those hits in consideration. I'm recording Monday, so I'll need to see what Sace does, but with the 0 points from Salah and only a point from Foden, that's plus 21 points. Not all hits are bad, folks. They can be great if you catch them right. All out, a tasty green arrow, over 800k rise and into the 2 million for the first time. I've no doubt in my mind that I'll drop a bit Monday night, but hopefully it's not too much of a dent. Okay, so looking ahead to Game Week 10 then, this is how I'm currently lining up. I don't dislike this team, especially if Wilson is back and fit. The main worry here is the players I don't own that could really hurt me this week. After seeing Everton make scoring past Fulham look so easy, the temptation for Vardy is extremely strong right now. The easiest route to that is Kane, of course, but can I drop him on his form? Not sure. The other way would be to drop Robertson to a 5.1 or less defender and up Wilson to Vardy. This is extremely tempting. But with Brighton up next and Fulham around the corner for Robertson, am I just chasing points for 1 game week? I also have the very big Salah and KDB problem, as in I have neither of them right now, which is a massive issue. The easiest route to Salah is just to pocket Bruno's points and run back to Salah, my arms wide open, praying he can outscore Bruno going forward. I have also considered chasing the Fulham fixture by selling Kane to Vardy this week and keeping Bruno, then making Bruno KDB for Game Week 11, and then KDB back to Salah for Game Week 13. But this is an extremely risky strategy. Should other injuries pop up, or, you know, one of those players go big and I want to stay on them, then it scuppers the whole process, really. And I'm just not really sure I want to sell Kane right now. He's in such good form. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, please. I love to hear from you guys. And if you guys can somehow see how I can get, you know, KDB and Salah without dropping Bruno, Son and Kane, then I'm all ears. I'm very welcome for that. As for my captain, the way this team is looking right now, it's on Bruno. I am tempted by Calvert-Lewin, but I did also say that in my last video and I ignored my gut. But if Salah or Vardy ends up coming back into my team, then I know I'll get extremely tempted by them. Midweek games will definitely determine my transfers and captaincy pick. And lastly, moving on to the trending transfers this week, let's take a look at the players in and out ahead of Game Week 10. Of the goalkeepers, Mendy is the trendiest goalkeeper in with 21,000+ purchases at the time of recording this. Fabianski is the next highest with over 12,000 buys. Martinez is still the most transferred out goalkeeper ahead of Game Week 10 with 15,000+ sales. The next highest out this week is still Pickford with 6,000+ managers, getting rid of the Everton goalkeeper. Of the defenders, the injured Trent sees him leading the way for sales out this week with over 114,000 managers jumping off of the Liverpool man. Lamperty is the second most transferred out due to his red card, and Suspension with 52,000+ sales. Chilwell is still the trendiest defender in with 67,000+ purchases. Zuma is the second most transferred in though, with over 46,000 purchases. In midfield, Jota has become popular in Salah's absence, resulting in 167,000+ buys. Fernandes is the second most transferred in for the second week in a row with over 87,000 buys. Salah is the most switched out midfielder this week with 88,000+ sales. Rodriguez is still the next highest midfielder sold though this week with over 58,000 sales. Up front, Wilson is still the trendiest forward out so far this week due to his injury, with 38,000+ managers moving on the Newcastle man. Bamford is the second most sold forward with over 27,000 sales. Vardy is the new frontrunner in the forwards category this week with over 64,000 purchases. Calvert-Lewin's brace makes him the second trendiest forward in this week with 62,000+ buys. And that's it, you guys. Thanks for watching. I am in the throes of designing new channel graphics and new videos. I'll decide soon if I'll go live with it in the next few weeks or if I'll make it a big release in the new year. Anyway, thank you for sticking with me. I'll be back Thursday with another Dream Team stream and the FPL Wildcard. Please don't forget to check out my sponsors of this video, fantasyfootballfix.com. And before you go, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Until next time, Nimfria out.